we got a phone call into our newsroom, and it was this woman who we would later know as the whistleblower, Jennifer Hasselberger. So this all started with one phone call. She said, "I believe that children are in danger right now in this archdiocese, and I want to talk to you about it." And I knew right away that if she was who she said she was, and if anything she was saying was close to true, that this was a very big story.
To put somebody that you know is unfit for ministry in a position of power and authority, that's absolutely a betrayal. It's a betrayal of those people. It's a betrayal of our obligations to the church.
Do you think this could have been prevented?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
We had the beginning of a story that really hadn't been told before. And at that point, we began to put more people on it, and we began to surround the story based on the requirements of the platforms and the magnitude of the reporting that had to go on.
After I started talking to the whistleblower, then I went on to develop other sources. And these sources helped us reveal the inner workings of the chancery in a way that went beyond what Jennifer had even told us. So when you put this all together, what it added up to was the most in-depth look yet that we've seen of any diocese in the country.
You could hear what the officials of the church were saying about decisions they made about whether to keep a priest on the job.
Mr. Bjork is the multiple murderer with whom Father Vavra had engaged in sex talk in exchanging correspondence about 8 years ago. I wanted to make sure that nothing untoward was going on.
This coverage is incredibly significant because it's probably the deepest, most thorough look at how child sex crimes are committed and covered up in any one institution that I've seen ever. And I've been involved in this issue now for 25 years.
It was a powerful radio story just from the very opening words of Jennifer Hasselberger saying this was just failure after failure after failure. And this, at any step of the way, this could have been prevented. And then for us, it was a matter of just laying that out.
A lot of the really valuable information came from interviewing the priests who had abused children. I went into it not really knowing whether or not they would talk to me, maybe thinking that why would they? They had been accused of a sex crime. What I found out was, just like anybody else, they felt like they had a story that they wanted to tell. And the story that a lot of them told involved details about how the church covered this up. Because of his history of abuse, Capone is supposed to be carefully monitored. I asked him about it. Do you have any contact with the Archdiocese still?
About once a month. Uh-huh.
Okay. So does someone come visit you, or how does that work?
Well, not really. We just get together, at different times.
So is it who? So it's someone.
But I just meet with a priest that I want to, up here or wherever.
Is it that monitoring program?
No.
Okay. So it's just someone you meet with for.
I just discuss, news and happenings in the world and so on.
One story after another, there'd be some direct impact. It could be a resignation, it could be an investigation. Dioceses around the state scrambling to make public the lists of offending priests in their particular diocese. So the impact is far and wide, it continues, and it exceeded anything we could have imagined.
And it's important because it shows that investigative journalism works, uncovers the truth, deters wrongdoing, and ultimately makes this a safer society.